All right, we're back. I recorded this commentary before, but then it turned out my mic was muted, so now we're here for part 2 of the same commentary. But it'll be the first time for you guys, so no worries. My build is the usual, and I'm running the, obviously, Masquerade Ghostface, and we're going to show the knife here because with all the gameplays I've seen with Ghostface, they don't show the knife. So now you have some gameplay of the knife. I think it looks really good. You got the gold trim and the blood on it. Nice. So off the rip here, we're going for stalks. Now, normally I would say to go up to like an area, like say up to the tree, the wall, something to get the stalks in, but I wasn't really trying to mark. I was just trying to get a little bit of progress and then try to focus on getting an angle or focusing on a chase. But this Michaela was adamant on trying to reveal me, so I ended up focusing on trying to just hit them anyway. It doesn't, at this point, I just said, who cares about the damn mark, you know? So we're just going to go ahead and focus on them. You know, they did get a little bit lucky there with the swerving, but they had a pallet here and they decided to completely run away from the pallet. So then we're going to just keep following them because, I mean, their pathing is absolute garbage. They're running away from a pallet they probably could have used, and then now they're just running toward the corner of the map, which doesn't help them at all, so we just grab them and we hook them. Now that chase must have lasted, I'm gonna just guess, like 15 seconds. That really bought their teammates no time, and this is the type of teammates I have on my team when I play Survivor, so this is just very satisfying for you and me, you know, you the viewer and myself. If you solo queue, you will understand how it is. With that being said, we're making our way toward the area where we last saw survivors, but we didn't see. Apparently, they're not there now. They're probably trying to make their way toward the backside where the shack is, in that direction. So we do see them by like one person in the corner of my eye. We're gonna go ahead and go toward the people on the gen because we want to stop the gen first. We do get the hit in, but we're gonna leave them alone so we can focus on the other people. We are gonna kick it till it regresses because they are starting to make their way toward the direction of the hook, and that's exactly what we want. Now, I noticed that they're starting to come back to touch the gen, greed the gen, lose their mind, so this survivor has absolutely no aim, but I wanted to kick the pallet anyway, so I was going to take advantage of that so I can start charging up my Spirit Fury, so when I have it, when I need it, I'll have it. We're going to kick the gen again just to try to get them to come back to the gen again to like close the gap for me, and that's because you got to remember, greedy survivors can't resist a regressing gen. With that being said, look at that. Cades just keeps standing there waiting by the pallet. What do? I get my stalks in. They want to waste time, then I'll waste my time too. What the heck? I'm going to get my stalks in. So they're 99 for later. That's perfectly fine. They just unhooked and healed the survivor pretty much under the hook, so we know how they're going to play just off of that alone. Now we're trying to go after the Michaela, but you know, this clown decided to body block the pallet for some reason. He probably should have just stunned me. It probably would have done a lot more for him. But instead, it didn't really work out that way. So they try to panic and drop a pallet. He does get the stun, but it's as if it's a free Spirit Fury because I have Enduring. So I just automatically get it down again. That was completely bad on their part. They panicked and started trying to drop the pallet. They should have just ran around to try to take advantage of the pallet. So they were outclassed, just completely out maneuvered and everything in that situation. They were completely absolute garbage. I was trying to get a little bit of stock in just to see if I could raise it up a little bit, but you got to remember that, you know, I don't play much DBD like I used to, at least on killer side. Not that I don't enjoy it, but I've just been playing other games. So my stalking positional awareness, which I'll cover in the guide, is a little bit off, which is unfortunate. But I still think I played pretty well for you guys, so that's fantastic. We see her just kind of hiding. Like, survivors like these don't make any sense to me, so we're just going to punish her for doing that. She tries to panic and drop the pallet, but I walked right through the dust of it and just picked her up. That was fantastic. You hook her right here next to the where she got downed. I tried to hook them like further into the map, but because of like the way that the gens are going, you can tell they're really greedy. I want to get the hook as fast as I can. We hear crying, we see scratch marks on the side of us. We notice that the other ones are to the left, so that means that they're not just standing there on their own. And we heard crying, so we know where the Michaela is. We're gonna go right after her, and then we're gonna knock her straight to the ground and get her on the hook. Now this survivor was pretty salty at the play I was doing, so I had broke it down for them in the messages. But you know, they love to, you know, blame everybody but themselves. So we'll break those messages down in the end of the video, and we'll break down what she was doing as well. With that being said, we're going to focus on this next person because we want to get as many people injured as we can, just to make it a little bit easier in chase, or just to try to get them to go for the thing there. I thought she was going to camp the pallet, so I was trying to see if I could get the swing through it. They didn't really want to go for it. They just kind of dropped it for no reason. So we got ourselves a free pallet and a hit out of it, so the chase is going really well. So we're just going to try to activate Shroud to throw them off, but they just camped the pallet and waited, so then we just knock them down because we have our Spirit Fury charged. We tell them no, we teabag them, and then we pick them right back up and put them into the basement. Now, the reason I do that is so that the survivors will know their place, because they need to understand their position in this hierarchy, which is... which is, I'm the better player, I'm the better Ghostface, you need to stop, you know what I'm saying, sit down and get on the hook, you know what I'm saying? Stop trying. So, fantastic for us. Now we're just going to take a look around at the gens. There is one in this back corner here, but it doesn't seem like they're really on it. We know that the last gen that they were on was actually toward our left, so we're just kind of looking in proxy just to try to see if anybody's going to try to go for the save again, because they've been going for saves constantly, which is exactly what they just do right now, or just did, I should say. So we make our way toward it. We try to go behind this wall here and then crouch to try to avoid the window. But the other one tries to reveal, but that doesn't really matter because I just don't play like typical Ghostface players, so I don't care about being revealed. So I will just, I think they tried to fake the window vault there, but it wasn't really convincing, so I just go ahead and just get my spin there. You can't spin me, so bada bing, bada boom, they're down. So we're just going to put them on the hook right next to us. We want to move quick in this match because we know that they're going to keep greeting gens super hard. So that's exactly what we want to do. We want to like try to move in accordance to that. We want to move at the same pace. And we keep it moving, we keep it rolling, you know what I'm saying? We have to keep it moving. We try to get the stock here. We do get a little bit of some stock meter there. He decides to stand out in the open for some magical reason, so we're just going to go after him. He does give me the pallet for free, so I'll just take that. And then we're going to turn back around and go kick the gen and then try to make our way, slowly make our way toward the hook. But then they did give up, which is exactly what we want. We want survivors to, you know, give up and feel hopeless because that's exactly what they are. They are hopeless, so they have to understand their place. You got to put them in their place. So, and we're just making our way around. We just want to see which gen that they want to get onto. Because then we can shift our focus to that generator that they want to focus on, and it seems like this was the gen that they decided to tap and run away. He does decide to greet it for some magical reason, so we do get the free hit there. He doesn't really make it too far. He does have this pallet and he decides to camp it. I just take the free stun because that's what enduring is for, and then we're just going to keep it rolling. We can just continue to follow him around pretty much. There's really nowhere to go for him. We just continue to follow him. And he's taking an extremely long path to get to that pallet. He does make it, but fortunately, Spirit Fury Enduring combo. He tries to walk toward me. I guess he was doing that like Spirit Fury tech or something. And I don't know who showed the survivors that, but it doesn't work. I don't know what they're doing, so that just works out in my favor. So we just hear them running. We're just trying to get our stocks in. This is the same one that kept hiding and camping the pallet every 2 seconds. So now we're just making our way over. Now we're just going to try to follow the scratch marks because it is a lot of corn blocking my view. We do see them here, but we don't want to hit them because they're at about 80 to 90% of the stock. So we're just go a little dance, little mamba, little cha-cha, you know, whatever you want to call it, you know. Little bachata, you know what I'm saying? And then we get the stock going. So if you leave a like for those dance moves. You can go ahead and drop the pallet for me. Thank you. Break that. And then we get blinded. But guess what? You use your ears. You got a headset on. You listen for the footsteps. Listen for the footsteps. They greed the pallet that they just finished dropping. That was a bad play. I swing right around that corner and knock him to the ground. Very bad play. They should not be playing like ambitious like that when they're marked. That's not smart. But it looks like we've reached pretty much the end of the video. I'm going to hook Kate, and then we'll just hook the other guy, and the video is pretty much going to be over. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If you made it this far, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell for all the YouTube things. Support the channel. If you want to see more Ghostface content, more other killer content, you can definitely leave a suggestion in the comments, or just keep saying we want more Ghostface, because obviously he's my favorite killer and he's my main. I had an idea for you guys. If you want to see like a tier list for the Ghostface, all the Ghostface cosmetics we have, I definitely want to do something like that for you guys. But if you want to see it, make sure you leave a comment and a like for that kind of thing. Anyway, I was about to end off the video for you guys, but then I realized I was gonna break down the comments from that Michaela that was getting all salty. So we're gonna put the screenshots into the video, and then we'll break down what they did wrong, and you can see what I was saying, trying to tell them they got to learn how to play the game. And you'll see how survivors respond to hearing facts. So we're gonna break it down. If you want to like read the comments, you can pause. But this is just breaking down just survivor cope, survivor excuses. They want to claim your tunneling, want to claim your camping when you're just trying to play to win, even though they're doing the same thing. Now, I personally don't have an issue with tunneling as a survivor because of the fact that it teaches me how to loop, and it teaches me how to, like, what to do in situations, so that the next time I'm in that situation again, I can get my teammates more time on the generators. And that's the whole purpose while being chased, is to buy time. And then a little bit of embarrassing the killer as well, but a lot of it is trying to buy your teammates time to actually do generators. So by being tunneled, you're almost sort of giving, like, that's your opportunity to give your team time. Now, sure, you can't control the other players and you can't tell them to go do the gens, but a lot of the time, you know, that, like, they may pick up on the fact that you're looping them pretty well, and they'll do the gens. What I try to do actually is, like, when I am playing on Survivor, I'll try to do the gens, like, constantly. And it feels like that they pick up on it, because then when I'm in the chase, they're already on the gens, like, getting as much as they can in. Now obviously it's not guaranteed, but, you know, I'm trying to lead by example, right? I also try to break down for this person, like, yo, like, you're playing absolutely trash, like, you know. And I mentioned, I think a little bit in the video, but there was 2 locations where they could have either ran away, if not 3 opportunities they could have got distance. The first time is when they were trying to reveal me in the open. I was about to walk away from them and try to go for somebody else, and then they decide to reveal. So I'm like, if you want to be revealed, I'm going to go after you. There's no reason that I'm not going to. Just gave away your position for free. While my back was turned, they could have ran the other way. And I do the same thing when I'm going against killers. Like, I will go the other way and buy myself distance, and then therefore get gen progression. That's applying pressure. Instead, they're playing hide and go seek with me for some reason, and then wonder why they're getting chased. Next thing you know, there's another time where I got the hit. There was a pallet right on the right side. They didn't use it. They could have easily used that pallet. They could have ran to the main area with the window there. The wall wasn't broken yet, so if they vaulted that window, I'd be forced to either walk all the way around, or I would have to break down the wall. That buys them time and distance to get away. But they didn't use that, so they ran into nowhere, ran into nowhere, and then of course, they have no knowledge of the map, so they don't know where pallets spawn. That sounds like a skill issue. So once again, it's a skill issue. And I keep saying this, but they're gonna keep blaming the killer. Oh, I'm like, but the killer's job is to kill. So, what am I doing not doing that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, right? They love to say, oh, it's not fun. It's not fun for them, because it's making them have to look into the mirror and go, you know, I'm ass at this game. I don't like, I can complain sometimes about being tunneled when I play Survivor, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's either, it boils down to my teammates not leaving any pallets, or I made a misplay and then they got me killed. You know what I'm saying? So that's more so where I would get frustrated from. They also claim that it doesn't help that they tunneled. Being tunneled is honestly how you learn, because you're gonna have to be in the trenches and be in chase and learn how to play the game. That's just how it works. If you're going against a good survivor and you're chasing after them, you're most likely gonna break off chase, because there's no reason to waste more time. They're gonna find the weak link. So this is how it is. Learn how to play. They also said it was a good stun, but it was quite literally like as if I had a free Spirit Fury charge, because it just, Enduring gave me so much free distance. And the crazy part is they said it was a good stun, but they made no distance. So I'm like, it just didn't make any sense. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's just Survivor excuses, rage, salt. You know, we're not following the rule book around here, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember that survivors want to win just as much as you do, right? Survivors want to win just as much as you do. If they weren't, they wouldn't play the way they do. They wouldn't run flashlights to go for saves. They wouldn't heal each other as quickly. They wouldn't be trying to do gens quickly. You know what I'm saying? They play to win the same way. If they were playing for fun, they wouldn't be pumping out gens within seconds. Secondly, now in the, you might even see it in the messages here. Like I get accused of cheating, quote unquote. I guess. Thank you, because like I use corrupt intervention like for a while, so I already know how it functions, how it works. And if you've even played Survivor against corrupt, you're gonna notice that survivors just spawn on top of those gens. So if I just go in that direction, I'm gonna see somebody. So it is what it is, right? You know, if you did make it this far into the video, obviously thank you for watching. If you had a good time reading the comments of this, you know, go right ahead, man. And yeah, have a good one.